Hello, hello. Starting a little bit early today, so I'm just going to have a quick tidy up of this and create some. Probably going to want that. Namespace is day 5444444. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Okay, so we'll get started at 9 o'clock. It's a bit early today. Not sure if I'm not sure if we're going to get many people coming today. We'll find out. We'll find out. Good morning. Nice to see some friendly faces despite the earliness of my stream this morning. Sorry about that. I've got a busy day today, so needed to get started. Oh, this is a shame. I thought I had some. Thought I'd managed to get chat messages to appear in my stream window, but it seems not. That's a shame. Oh well. Let's see if we can fix it before we get started. Good morning, everyone. Day 4, and we're still going. People are still watching me do this. Either you enjoy watching my suffering, or I have a very weird way of thinking that you enjoy, something along those lines. Right. Wakey, wakey, computer. Oh, there we go. That one. Kind of works. Doesn't work how I thought it would, but you know, let's. I think I've done something wrong. It's very difficult to set this stuff up when you don't have a stream going. Be fine. Right, let's get started then, shall we? Let's start. Day number 4. Giant squid. Sounds interesting. Doesn't necessarily sound any easier. We'll see how we go. So you're already almost 1.5 kilometers, almost a mile below the surface of the ocean. Already so deep that you can't see any sunlight. What you can see, however, is a giant squid that has attached itself to the outside of the submarine. Maybe it wants to play bingo. Who doesn't? Bingo is played on a set of boards, each consisting of a 5x5 grid of numbers. Numbers are chosen at random, and the chosen number is marked on all boards which it appears. Numbers may not appear on all boards. Numbers may not appear on all boards, rather. If all numbers in any row or column of a board are marked, that board wins. Diagonals don't count. Submarine. The submarine has a bingo subsystem to help passengers, currently you and the giant squid, pass the time. It automatically generates a random order in which to draw numbers and a random set of boards, your puzzle input. For example, some puzzle inputs and some boards. After the first 5 numbers are drawn, 7, 4, 9, 5, 11, there are no winners, but the boards are marked as marked as follows, shown here, adjacent to each other to save space. After the nearest 6 numbers are drawn, that's the next 6 numbers are drawn, there are still no winners. Okay. Finally, 24 is drawn, and that completes this row here. At this point, the third board wins because it has at least one complete row or column of marked numbers. Cool. The score of the winning board can now be calculated. Okay, that sounds like a later problem, but let's read it anyway. Start by finding the sum of all the unmarked numbers on that board. In this case, the sum is 188. Then multiply that sum by the number that was just called when the board won, 34, to get the final score, blah, blah, blah. Guarantee victory against the giant squid. Figure out which board will win first. What will your final score be if you choose that board? Okay, so we're going to play bingo, but a much less fun computerized way. So let's actually have a bingo card. I'm going super object oriented again. Bingo game. And we're going to stick with the good old IEnumerable of int that may be familiar if you saw last time. And that is going to be the board. The earlier I do these, the less awake I am. Public. And then I'm also going to have a can't be an int, it's got to be we want an int and a bool. Is that how tuples work these days? Probably. Then I'm going to have a method, hub, bool has 1. Just so I can really encapsulate this. And then what I'm going to do is look through all the columns, look through all the rows, and check they're all there. So for each four. Why am I for eaching? I already don't like this. So for each column, we're going to go for row. Oh, length is board dot first dot count. This is board dot count. No, I could use some link here, couldn't I? Let's start with the rows, because that's easier. Let's just do for each row in board. If row dot all doesn't like my tuple. Does it not like my link? It didn't like my link yesterday either, did it? Oh, I wish I had IntelliSense. Row. It knows it's got row. Doesn't know that row's got. This is also not very happy. This is nonsense, isn't it? I'm going to open up my trusty friend. This whole experiment is meant to partly, at least, help me with using Visual Studio Code, but sometimes you just need to diagnose what's going on. And you know who can do that for me? It's Visual Studio. We hope. If anyone's watching who can see what I'm doing wrong, please do shout as well. This can be a team effort. It's obvious already how much slower Visual Studio is than Visual Studio Code. So if all of that row, I'm pretty sure I can do this as well. For those who've not been tagging along so far, I am very out of practice with my .NET Core, .NET 6. So that's kind of why I'm doing this is in .NET Core, is to try and refresh my brain, but also to use Visual Studio Code and that sort of thing. That bit's not going too well. So that's going to say if return 1. If 1, return 1. So we're going to return out of here and give up. So now I need to work out the columns. Columns are a bit more of a pain because I need a for loop, and that's going to take board.first.count. Let's call this column. So then, looping through the first column, so then what I want to do is board.all. So all the, so these are rows. So we're checking that all the rows in the nth position, item 2. So just encapsulating all the board logic. So a card logic, sorry, that should be probably card. Rather than board. So the bingo game, that's going to have to pass the input and run through the sequence. Oh, Visual Studio just crashed completely. I can see that you're having issues with the stream. I'll switch back to code because my computer can't hack it. At least I've written this stuff, and then I'll do the rest with incredibly poor IntelliSense. I feel like I must have something set up incorrectly. It's detected the language, right? And I've got the language extension. Oh, I can name the tuple elements. That's fun. Is it something like this? This kind of rings a bell. So it should be a capital B because whenever I use Visual Studio Code, I automatically swap into JavaScript mode. And this is going to be the marked flag. So that's going to be marked. Oh, pick that up. Didn't really pick that up. I think it's just picking up the word repetition. Then I need to do something clever, do I, with the... Let's just get the bingo mechanic working first of all. So we're going to have a constructor here. It's constructor IntelliSense is still not right. I think it uses the name of the file. We're going to take in a name here, and we're going to use my inputs. Where's my IntelliSense gone? I'm getting nothing. Just going to read that in as a string, and then we're going to work out what to do with it after that. That's going to take the name. I am just going to restart VS Code and see if that makes any difference. My lighting's not very happy today. Sorry about this. There you go. Unhappy green screen. Blah, blah, blah. Is this? Oh. Inputs to CS. Okay, no IntelliSense today. Let's just highlight how much I need that. I don't even want that. I just want the whole string, don't I? Because I need to do a load of parsing of it. It'll be fine. So the first line is the, oh, come on. Oh, come on, Visual Studio Code. What's going on here? What doesn't it like? If I do something weird. Exactly the same structure as this class. Am I getting IntelliSense in here? Yes. Do I get it over here? Yes. Oh, fixed it somehow. Prop. Yay! It's working. Let me just check that that's yes. Like numbers. So the first line is the numbers. So that's going to be raw facts. Wow. Who lets me type early in the morning? It's not even that early, is it? Raw dot first dot split. We're going to split on comma, and then we're going to select int dot parse x. I'm just going to assume that that number is always in a nice safe format, and I don't have to do anything else. Then I think I'm going to while myself going to for myself into raw dot length count. We're going to start at line 0, 1, 2 because we know that we know we're going to need some IEnumerable of bingo card. That's the cards. A list. If current card equals null, we're going to have to create a new one. Current card equals new bingo card. Oh yeah, I have to specify. We have to have a functioning keyboard. Yay! Welcome to .NET 6, 5, whatever I'm using. One of them. So if it's null, and then we're also going to add that to the list. Then we're going to get the line. If line is string dot empty, then current card equals null, and continue. Because that's what's delimiting the new line. Otherwise, we're going to, I want this to be a list. Do I? Yes, a list of IEnumerables for my convenience. And we're going to say current. So at this point, we've definitely got a current card. We're going to add dot board. Is that still called board? I'm sure I renamed that. Did I do that before? Oops. card. We're going to add line dot split on space. Select int dot parse that. That's the value equals int dot parse, and the how do you do tuples is it? Do I need to know what? Can I just do that? Yay, that works, I think. Cheers, Jason. Thanks for joining us. Okay, so that kind of feels like I've written the game, right? No, I haven't. I haven't done the actual playing of the game yet. I've just passed the numbers and I've passed the cards, hopefully. Then what I want to do is play the game. Let's have a public, there's a return type, isn't there? There's an integer for this. Play. So then I want to do while there aren't any cards dot any that have 1. And to play, let's have a method up here that does the marking. Public void mark. And at this point, we're going to, for each item in, that's for each row in card, and for each cell in row, if tuples mutable, isn't it? So I can't. uh, 4. Where did fast stream come from? If row element at I, this is not particularly performant, but I don't think it matters because we're doing this on time rather than performance. Just doing a lot of looping. I feel like there's a much nicer way to do that. If that element at dot value equals value lowercase b, so if that's true, then row I really want that to be a list. I have to do a to list somewhere. That should be fine. Row I equals value true. So bar round equals 0. And I'm going to take the sort of my iterator, and we're going to do a round plus plus. And we're going to get number is numbers of the round. And then we're going to, for each card in cards, we're going to do card dot mark number from the multi lists. Lists are just so much nicer. And we don't care about performance, we've already established. So we'll just do it. This really should be an IEnumerable, but it's fine. I'll go on, we'll do it properly. Round. Okay, so this might be the sort of play bit done. This is going to be a real pain to test, by the way, if this doesn't work. At this point, third board wins. So what's the rules for the end of the game? The score of the winning board can now be calculated. Start by finding the sum of all unmarked numbers on that board. Then multiply by the number that was just called. Okay, so I'm going to have a function on each board, and that's going to be a public int score, and that's going to take the int of the value number, current number. And that sums up every value that isn't marked, right? So we're going to do a very similar thing to the mark function. We're going to go, so for each row, we're going to add to the score row dot sum marked. So it's where it's not marked, I'm going to sum them up. And then we return the score times current number. So then we're going to take the winning card. Oh, thanks for that taunt there. I've fallen into the same minor trap. Oh, goody. Oh no, that's really that's going to annoy me. It's fine, we'll work it out, maybe. And hopefully I can, oh, we're already at the half hour mark. I'm going to actually have to leg it. I might not be able to finish today. So the winning card is cards. Whoop. Don't know what keyboard shortcut that was. I'm sure it's useful, but first or default. We know there's a winner. I'm calculating this multiple times, but I want to return the winning card dot score. To do that. So we're already pretty sure it's not going to work, thanks to why is this so difficult? This. This is going to be really annoying to debug. I'm really hoping that the trap that you fell into was just not running the code here. No, it's not. For day 4 is a new bingo game, and that's going to be day 4 example. Inputs. Day 4. Example. Ooh, not there. You know, because I'm so confident that this isn't right. Thanks. For that. Let's have a little method. I'm gonna do a string join. X dot marked. If it's marked, I'm going to do this. If it's not marked, then while I'm playing the game, at the start of each round, I'm gonna because I'm that optimistic. You know what I should also do? Input string was not in correct format. No. Multiple spaces, isn't it? Also implies I want to do that in 00 format. Is that how string formatting works? split needs to actually, I assume it's this one. Line 80, yeah. So remove empty entries because it's what it's doing is splitting multiple times here because there's lots of spaces. Hey, good. Okay, that really was a tiny error. Tiny that really was a tiny mistake. That's fine. I've just fixed these cards for the way they work now. 4512. Oh, it works. Awesome. Okay, cool. Let's save this file as my input for day 4. Good. Oh, no, we're only halfway. I might have to do part 2 another time because I have stuff to do and I'm still wearing jogging bottoms. Right. Quite like this output. It's doing a lot of round ones. There's lots of players. Lots of players. That's cool. So I'm afraid this is only going to be a part 1, even if I get this right. Yes, cool. I'm gonna have to abandon you there, I'm afraid. I'll pop another stream on later today, probably in the evening. I'll tweet about it before I do it. You'll get part 2 finished. What now, you reckon? Shall I view it? If I view it, it counts as my time. Not that I'm gonna win anything anyway. So okay. Let the Giants win. Okay. Go on then. Go on then. We'll do part 2. I should have read that to you, shouldn't I? On the other hand, it might be wise to try a different strategy, let the Giants win. So basically, we want to find out which board's going to win last. So in the play method, I'm going to var card. Bingo card, that's what I called it. Bingo card winner. Last. I should really be first, shouldn't it? So if any have won, no, if first is null, and if first is null, first equals cards first or default has won. So I've worked out, I don't even need the first one anymore, but I don't want to lose it, you know? I need to know who the winner is. So while there are cards where there aren't any cards. Wait, were there any cards that haven't won? That's an easier way to do it. Keep going. So the last can then be we only want to loop through the cards that haven't won at this point. And then we can say the last card is the card, right? No, I don't need to do that. I need to do, well, there are more than, we can still do that. So we count the number of cards that have won, and while that's greater than 1, carry on. Then the last card is going to be the only one that hasn't won. So then we're going to return the last card score. Maybe. So we should try that with the example input, really, shouldn't we? Ah, nice comment. Over there. I still can't do it. That one. Yes, if I don't look at it, it's much easier. I know the comments are over here. Yeah, so the string split option, that's quite cool. I use that way too often. So the answer there is 2576. I know why. It's because we actually want to score it with numbers.last because we're still on the previous number. 161, that's still not right, is it? How did I get 161? Oh, to win last. To win last, you have to not be last. Because the second board, we haven't seen that for ages. So first 5 numbers, 6 numbers, 7 numbers. So around, why am I only spitting out one board? Oh, okay, okay. So 7, I put my right line in the wrong place. So round 7, one of them wins. No, round 6. Hmm. All right. I think we're live again for part 2, the debug edition. Oh, I can hear myself. That's not right. I had my Twitch profile open in the background. We don't want that. I could just hear myself on about a 10-second delay. Okay, let's do the fixie thing. So I think my way to do this is I know that the first iteration was giving me the right answers. So I'm gonna stash where I'm at the moment in Git. And then try and undo everything. And just double check that the game is playing out as we expect it to before I started messing with it, because the game started to look a bit wrong. Did a lot of changes. Like that's the last change I made before I had some issues. So let's just run that again. Oh, one change I do need to make though is moving that. Oops. Up here. And then I'm going to do a little comparison. How have I still got round 0? I'm sure. that should make it round 1. That's the first round. Round 8. Oh, have I just gone up? There we go, .NET Run, round 0. What? What? Round is 0, so round +1 should be nope, not that one. Not again. .NET Run. How many rounds were we getting before? Round 1. There we go. That's working better. Okay, so kind of is round 0 because oh, I think I just worked out what's going wrong. So this says that finally 24. So it's 6th one, 7th round. So that's round 7. But I'm spitting out the how the state at the start of round 7. So it kind of is round 6 really, and no one has won. Round 8 though, still no one has won. Okay, so this isn't going right. 4, 24, 17. Yeah. So what's the order of the numbers? 24. So 14 is definitely marked. So what's happening here is round 1. We should be marking number 7. Mark 7, 7, 7. Perfect. Then we're marking 4, 4, 4, 4, 4. We've done all the 4s. Then we're marking 9. So you can see we've marked all the 9s. Excuse me. Then in round 5, we're marking off all the 5s. There we go. Round 6, we're marking up all the 11s. You can see 11 there. Then we're doing 17s. 17, 17, yep. Then we do 23. Then 2. 2 down there, 2 up here. 0. There is a 0 up there. Mark that one off. Then we do 14, which I think this is the one that wins, isn't it? Yeah, 14. Then we do 21. Ah, this is the state at the start of the round. Of course it is. So I think really I want to be printing them at the end. Inside the while loop. Let's leave that at the end. I think that's going to cause me a lot less confusion. Ooh. I've sat down on my desk, so now I'm putting more weight on it, and then I can vibrate myself. Right, okay, so now we actually have a winning line. Okay, cool. So now I'm going to commit that as the working solution to part. Day 4, part 1 is working. Let's push that. And that is all available on the GitHub there as of right this second. I just pushed it. Okay, so I'm just going to have a look at I'm basically just going to merge in those changes I had before. That's not helpful. No, abort. Oh yeah, so I want to work out who comes first, who comes last. So we've started to do bingo card winner. To make that nullable in .NET 6. Yeah, .NET 6, I think. Nullable reference types. And we want a bingo card loser. Okay, they're all losers. First and last. And winning card is no longer winning card. That's going to be first. Should have done a rename. Okay, but we want, at the moment, the game stops when we've won, which we don't want to do. We want to stop when it's a bit clearer what's going on. So basically, I think we can do is we need to make this while loop run the whole game past the first win, which is not currently. And we also need to assign this card. So in fact, the easy way to do this, not particularly efficient, I'm going to just at this point check to see if anyone has won and if first is null. So I did this before, but I'm sort of doing it again because I've possibly made a very simple mistake somewhere along the lines. So first is null, and I don't need to get the first place one, but I will. I like it. I want to have both. So first is null, and if first is null, then first is going to equal cards dot first or default. So if we've not already set this variable, so first pass, so if we get going through this and no one's won yet, first will be null, but no one has won. So it's just going to set first back to null. When we come through, the first winner comes, first is null, because we set it to null last time. And we take the first one that's won, because there's only one person that's won at this point, and set it to the first card. After that, after the first person's won, first is not null, so it won't set it again. So that's the easy way of working out who's first. The last one, I think, is just the last card that sort of gets pulled through here, effectively. It depends whether we want this to run the whole game or the whole game up until. No, we want it to up until the winner. We want it to run the whole game because otherwise the calculation will be wrong at the end. Because oh, that's not where my cursor is. Calculation will be wrong at the end. Why would it be wrong at the end? Hey, we're back. Calculation will be wrong at the end if we don't run the whole thing. So I think that's fine. We want this to run the whole game. And then the last card will just be the last one that we mark a number on. So this is the last will be updated all the time, but it'll only be accurate when we get down to on the bottom. So we don't need to do this anymore. And we're actually, for this, let's keep it running like this, just to make sure that we get 4512. First maybe null here. I guarantee it's not though, so it's fine. Is that just a warning? Or is that an error? I can't tell. I'm red-green colorblind, so the red and green squiggly lines are not particularly helpful. We'll see if it errors. Okay, so now I need to get it to run the whole game. So while there are any cards that haven't run, or while there are no cards. So while there are cards that haven't won, carry on. Okay. And then we're just going to check that the first score is correct to start off with. Cool, that's just a warning. See, that's got a lot bigger. Ah, because we're still scoring the cards. So we only actually want to score. I definitely do need to change my colors. I just haven't written a color scheme for me on this. I wrote a really nice one for Visual Studio, but I haven't done one for code yet. 2, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, lots of fours. Why is that different? Oh, it's not reevaluating that every time, is it? No, it should be. Yeah, that should be fine. I could save a bit of effort by doing cards equals cards. Is it a list? Just so it's not filtering the first card out every time. Right, but that shouldn't make a difference. Although I was having issues with inumerables earlier, so let's just try it. And I should confirm that 244 wasn't actually the 4512. So one thing I've noticed is that this card hasn't won. Oh, no, it has. The column's won. Okay, cool. When does the first one win? Make this very easy. If my keyboard worked, come on, keyboard. And then I'm just going to do this. What am I doing? Bar 1 equals this dot has 1. If I've 1, output a star on every line. Otherwise, nothing. Doesn't much like that. I think it should be okay with that. I think it's just IntelliSense having a hissy fit. No. No. What am I doing? What am I doing? String join plus that. Probably should use some tabs elsewhere as well to keep this one in line. Okay, so the first winner happens here with that row. So why is the score of that one changed? Because that one gets taken out of the loop after that. There should only be twos after this, yes. Is my card scoring broken somehow? Can't have done. Maybe I have. Okay, so we're back to the same issue I had before, probably. Maybe my logic for picking the first card is wrong. So in theory, this breakpoint should only be hit once. Oh no, as many times up until once. It should be hit about 7, 8 times. So I'm pretty sure after this, I don't like this default breakpoint behavior. Let me just see if I can change that. So first is null. I should be able to see that up here. Now first has a value. No, it doesn't. Null, 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 null. Oh, day 4 bingo card, correct. So that should be a 14, 21, 17, 24, 4. Yes, it's still the same card that won. And if I do this, oh, it's the wrong number. Of course it is. I don't care about the first. I care about the score of the first and the score of the last. Whoops. So, on the first or default, question mark, score with the current number. Because that number changes. Return first. Oh, we know it's got a value by this point. That should be another warning. I'm scoring it more often than I need to, but so I've made it pretty inefficient because this score method is not efficient, and I'm running it on every card. Yeah, not great, but that is the correct answer now. So now if I were to swap that out for last, should be this card that's last. 1924. Too low. Oh, wrong input, wrong input. That's the example. 1924. Yes. Okay, let's run it again with the inputs. That's better. Thank you. It is better. I feel better now. Thanks for joining me again as well. I didn't expect anyone to show up to this one. I very much tweeted about it about a second ago, a second before I started. Just found some time. Oh, it's a lot slower when you went on the real input. This is where the inefficiencies really come in. I don't even know how many cards are in this one. Oh, does that make it bigger? Ah, nice. I can stop dragging this terminal up and down now. I can watch the live bingo game happen. I really shouldn't be evaluating the every card every turn, should I? It's fine. We've got. Oh, we can see some wins happening. Look, as you scroll past, those stars appear. 100 boards. Okay, and quite a few iterations as well, isn't it? Inputs. Day 4. Yeah, it's quite a lot of rounds in there. 100 rounds as well. But we have an answer. Yay! I also need to generate a thumbnail for my YouTube. Oh, I'm wearing black today. That's a bad idea. Oh, how do I print screen while I'm also celebrating? Oh, come on, print screen. My keyboard died again. So you get to be here. Be here for this print screen moment. Now, print screen key just completely does not work. I haven't been doing thumbnails for my YouTube versions of these videos, but I thought, why not actually capture my emotions? There we go. Screenshot captured. That'll be my YouTube thumbnail. Thanks very much again for joining me. Tomorrow, I should be back to early afternoons. So basically, I don't work. Can you see this? I don't work Friday, Saturday, but I do work Sunday, and I work the rest of the work week. So work weeks, I'll be doing it in my lunch break. My days off, I try to do them early so I can still have something of a productive day. But Sundays, I work in the mornings as a kayak instructor, so not doing this. So it'll be when I get back, which will be about between 1 and 2. But again, I will let people know. Thanks for joining me. If you have solutions to this that you want to share with me, please do. Otherwise, I'll see you tomorrow. Ooh, your approach is different. I'll have a nosy at yours. I've already got your repo open, so I can have a nosy at yours. Already got it downloaded. Just need to do a little pull. Brilliant. Thank you very much. Speak to some of you tomorrow, hopefully.